to meet you, one of the designers, or two of the designers, you guys will have to explain it to me, of the VOGE Fashion Runway show. I'm excited to see your pieces, but before we get a chance to see a bit of what might be going down the runway, what got you initially interested in becoming a designer?
Oh, you're not, okay. Well, we're jewelers. I'm a jeweler. Our company, DeConti & Brown, we started with creating and making jewelry, and as we were figuring out what that meant, we were talking about our future, and fashion was just a natural part of jewelry. It's just a natural progression into that, and
Can't have one without the other.
Exactly, yeah.
Nice. And your inspiration, what's your inspiration?
Our inspiration, first and foremost, is our culture. And so in all of our pieces, our jewelry, our fashion, you will see, the perfect blend of our culture with more of a contemporary look. And that's something that, our customers, our buyers are, really appreciative of, because it is very unique. It's wearable art. You can dress it up, dress it down, and a lot of the pieces coordinate really well with each other.
Wonderful.
We have the belief that that good energy that we put forward, with ourselves, our community, our work, that we project that to the universe, and good will come in return. So it totally takes the pressure off, and we just enjoy the journey and the process.
Wow, so cool.
So this is Delaylan. Delaylan is the face of DeConti & Brown. This piece that Delaylan is wearing, we call it the trade brooch gown. It's black velvet, a really high quality black velvet. You can see that it's decorated with Swarovski crystal. All the metal pieces are hand cut and hand finished discs. The discs are made from aluminum. There's about 40 hours just in the metalwork and the application to the dress alone. Around the turn of the century, Wabanaki women, Native women from Maine, from New England, had this tradition of attaching silver trade brooches to their garments. And what they would do is they would use these trade brooches. They were status symbols, they were money. They could take them off their outfit and trade them for items. So basically they kind of wore their wealth as they walked around in these brooches, beads, things like that. So we got to thinking, what would it be like if we took that tradition of attaching the metal brooches to the fabric, to the adornment, the gowns, the clothing, except what would it look like in modern times as like a runway dress, a high fashion couture outfit. So that is totally where that is inspired from.
I'm Donna DeConti Brown.
And I'm Jason Brown. We are DeConti & Brown. Check us out at DeContiBrown.com. DeConti Brown on social media, Facebook, Instagram. See all of our new designs as they happen.
Hi, how are you today?
Good, how are you?
I'm so excited to meet you. Another one of the designers from the VOGE Fashion Runway show. I'm excited because I'm always getting a chance to meet new designers. So tell me a little bit about yourself.
My name is Bree. I recently started a company called Just Body, where we specialize in bodysuits. Also some dresses, but the main focus is bodysuits. I started designing in 2015 when, and I was always interested. I had a small obsession, I guess, with bodysuits, so I started making my own. I've done a few fashion shows. Most recently, I was in the Raw Artist Fashion Show.
Congratulations!
Thank you. And I'm very excited about the VOGE Fashion Show coming up.
Where did your inspiration come from when you first started making the clothes? Because I know some people, they'll first start making for themselves. But where did your inspiration come from when you're like, okay, let me go ahead and send this out onto the runway?
When I got compliments from strangers, I would make things for myself just to go out because I couldn't find anything in the mall that I liked. And I would have people coming up to me like, oh my gosh, where did you get that? I was very shy to talk to people at first, and I had a friend that would say, oh, she made it. So now I had to get into conversation. So it really helped. I think more so designing helped me to also meet different people. So I'm very grateful for that. And I think fashion is a great conversation starter.
Absolutely. Fashion and music kind of bring everybody together. It doesn't matter where you're from.
Exactly.
When you were younger, did you find yourself being interested in this industry?
I was always interested in clothing. I did think that I was going to be a lawyer, that's a great industry. So, but I'm very happy with what I do now.
Okay. Well, now we're going to get a chance to actually see a few of your pieces. So tell me a little bit about these two pieces here.
So one of them I think that would be more of a club wear in the pink. It's very stretchy, it's very comfortable. You don't have to think about finding a top and a bottom. It's just all in one. The other design is more dressy. I'm very into floral print. I love everything flowers, so I do use a lot of floral print.
I like how you really embellished the piece here with the blue on the bottom. What made you go towards that?
I love bell bottoms, which is very old school, so I wanted to make it look a little bit different than the normal bell bottom. And I like frilly stuff as well, so it seemed like a good combination.
So this is for the girly girl also.
Yes, right, and this is for people that aren't afraid to try new things, because it does get a lot of people to ask you questions, and as long as you're willing to talk about it, then good for you.
And the bodysuits, I noticed that they really work on all body types. So is that particularly also why you went with these bodysuits, or why that is your thing?
Yes, a lot of people that I make them for, they're very happy with the way that they hold their figures in, and people that work hard on their figures, they're very happy because they're able to then show them off. My name is Bree, and this is Just Body.
Today.
I'm doing well.
I'm excited to see what your clothing line is going to look like. I know we were just talking earlier about how you had just gotten back from Miami,
Yes.
so welcome back.
Thank you.
Tell me a little bit about yourself and about your clothing line.
So I'm East Indian by the way of Trinidad. I was raised here, grew up in Boston. At home you have the Indian culture, you step outside the door, you have the American culture. So it's been fascinating growing up, and that I try to put that into my clothing line. Growing up, I've always redesigned my clothes in high school. I was voted most versatile. So when my friends found out I was doing fashion shows, they're like, yeah, that's you. So it kind of, it's just something within me.
Yeah, so you've been doing this ever since you were younger.
Yes.
What made you, when you were younger, kind of start changing and warping into the stylist that you are today?
I've never been one of those kids who want to look like everybody else. I like being different, and it's funny, whether I get talked about good or bad, I just like it, because I'm just like, okay, but I don't look like you, So my parents would buy me clothes and I would cut it and I'd get in so much trouble, but they understand that was just always who I was as an individual. So it's just, I see beyond what's in front of me.
That's amazing. Did you always kind of see yourself wanting to get this level of fashion under your belt?
Yes, actually I see myself at a level even beyond this. I don't think there's any boundaries. It's where your vision takes you, where your passion takes you. A lot of people say, well, there's already designers out there. Well, yes, but we have millions of people in this world. What you like in one designer, you may not like in another. So there's enough for all of us to be out there and show our creativity, and that's what I always believe in.
Wonderful. Do you feel like your Indian culture comes out enough in your clothing all the time? Or are you kind of subdued? I love Indian clothing. I love the different colors and how it's embroidered and how it brings in different metallics. Do you feel like you're always putting that in, or sometimes you stay away from it?
I mix a little bit of both. Sometimes you'll see some of my garments, especially the women's dresses, some of them are made in sari material. So it's like a crossover. So it's like if you take a beautiful sundress and just make it in sari material, you can see the difference, and it's more open for more people to wear versus wearing just a, an Indian outfit. People may not take to it because they're like, oh, I'm not part of the culture. But I think changing the material and dressing it on, a style that may be already there is something that's more acceptable to folks. So more people will be more acceptable to it.
So tell me a little bit about this piece. Oh, I can see the embroidery. See, I love that.
Right, so you can see the paisley design, which is traditionally, everybody sees paisley and think Indian, with the gold trim on the inside, laid over on the leopard print. It's a stretch fabric. If you could turn around. As you can see, it's a strappy back with a zip at the bottom, so you can fit into it easily. The other way, please. And then it's got the keyhole in the front. So, you can wear it out for a night, sexy night out on the town, or you can dress it up, dress it down, however you feel comfortable.
I love it. And I like how there's pattern on pattern, but it's just enough. It's not like overdoing anything.
Right, it's like not overbearing. So that's why I was like, you don't really need to wear jewels or anything with that because there's enough going on in the garment as it is. Hi, I'm Ria Nanin of Davika Styles, and my tagline is clothing for a new identity. Come check me out.
Hi, how are you?
Hi.
I'm excited to meet you. Another one of the VOGE Fashion Runway designers. How excited are you about this fashion show?
I'm so very excited. It's actually one of the first biggest fashion show I've done. I've done little runways, but I've never done a show as big as this one, so I'm very excited.
And there's always incredible designers there. So why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself and your line?
Yeah, so my name is Liz. I started Busy Day Shopping 4 years ago exactly. And my line is based on young females, so I like to call this collection the Young Queens collection. So my line is really made for young females, around college age and mid-20s and early 30s. And my line, I want to be able to provide for people, and I believe in every girl deserves to live luxuriously. So I create mainly tops, and I started out making jewelry, and I kind of moved forward to clothing. So now, I do a lot. I make chokers, I do a lot of necklaces and bracelets and earrings, but then I also design a lot of t-shirts. So that's where my line is now.
Well, that's fun. I always think about what would, Beyonce wear to the grocery store, and what would Kim Kardashian wear, just going to get gas, as if she ever has to do that. So sometimes I'm looking for pieces that I just want to pair with some jeans.
Yeah, so that's what my collection really comes to meet that desire. I want people to be able to wear my collection from day to night. So if you could just go to the gas station, say in the crop top, but then later you could add jewelry and do other things, put a skirt with it, and that dresses up from jeans crop top to a little skirt crop top jewelry, and you can go from day to night just like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what initially inspired you to start showing your pieces on a runway?
So what initially inspired me is I started the business now 4 years ago, and I've really started out pretty small. I started out actually in my dorm room when I was still in school. So I started out really small, and now I have a lot of pieces. I have over 300 pieces on my website. So what inspired me to get on runway, because I'm trying to get bigger, I'm trying to get better, and I don't want to just be a little business. Hopefully, so I can elevate my business. That's why I would really love to get on runway.
Awesome. And gotta have faith.
Yeah.
Everything in faith.
Yeah.
So why don't we go ahead and take a look at one of your pieces now.
My model Mimi, she's wearing our Flower Bomb crop top tee, which all of our t-shirts are available in either crop tops or the long full shirt in case you don't want to wear a crop top. So I've paired it. So this would be maybe a more night look. So I've paired it with a corduroy skirt, which is also available on our website, and then the body chain. It's like a cross body chain. It's 14 karat gold plated, and also the choker is also 14 karat gold plated. And I did hand design and make those myself, and I hand designed the shirt. So with Flower Bomb, it's more heading towards spring, and I do love flowers as well. And I believe a flower bomb is, a young lady who's blooming, she's blossoming, she's always growing and always getting bigger and better.
How did you convince yourself that you could make these look dressy?
I convince myself it's all about hearing it, and it's really, I really believe in jewelry. Like I said, I started out with jewelry, so I believe the jewelry can really elevate a look. A jewelry can take your look from level 1 to level 10 just by adding, necklaces, bracelets, rings. So that's why I believe that you can really dress up a shirt, because it all depends on what you put with it. So if you just put jeans in a shirt, then it's jeans in a shirt. But if you put a skirt, jewelry, everything, I think you can really step out with the t-shirt.
Well, thank you.
Thank you. Hi, this is Liz from Visiday Shopping, and we believe that every girl deserves to live luxuriously. You can find me on Facebook at Visiday Shopping or Instagram at Visiday Shopping. Thank you.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
I saw you when you walked in and I said, I know you. I've seen you.
Yeah.
So tell me more about you and about your clothing line.
So I'm a native, Boston native, and I've always wanted to be a designer ever since I was like a little girl. Like, you couldn't tell me nothing. I was gonna be a designer. I was either gonna be a psychiatrist or a designer.
Okay.
So you see, clearly we chose to be a designer. But yeah, so I've been designing officially for about 4 years now. And I chose to do that because after college, it just didn't feel like I was doing what I wanted to. So then finally bought myself a sewing machine and I started making myself clothes, and just like some of the other designers had said, my friends were just like, wow, you should really like take this to the next level. So
Yeah.
I decided to do that.
What inspired you to put your clothing now onto the runway? Some people, they never do runway and they'll make clothing and they'll sell clothing. But putting yourself, your style, your trends onto the runway is like a whole nother piece to being in the industry. So what inspired you to go there?
Well, this was something, like I told you, I was always seeing myself doing. So I started off as ready to wear and club wear, but I just didn't want to leave it there. So I'm now doing couture dresses, and I see myself going further. And my line is to inspire and bring out that confidence in women. Like, it doesn't matter your size, it doesn't matter your height. You can wear my clothes and feel just as sexy as the video vixen, you know? So yeah.
Did you see yourself being able to easily go from ready to wear to evening gowns?
Honestly, I didn't, because when I was doing ready to wear, I was just working with the stretch material, and going from stretch to non-stretch material, and I have no schooling as far, I'm self-taught, so that was really hard and nerve-wracking, but it's been an easy transition for me so far.
Very good. I'm excited to see your piece, so why don't we go ahead and take a look at one of the pieces we'll be seeing on the runway.
This piece is actually from one of my collections, my past two collections. It was my fall collection. So as you can see, it's all sheer. It's inspired by Alexander McQueen. You can see it's all sheer with the applique at the bottom, the black lace applique at the bottom, and the puffy bellowed sleeves. Lots of inspiration from the Victorian era and also film noir era.
I can totally see the Victorian era.
Yeah, I love pulling inspiration from fashions from far back.
Yeah.
You know.
And I like the high-waisted underpiece because I feel like that just really gives a woman an opportunity to couture her body.
Exactly. Going back to what I said about any woman, any size, she could just throw her Spanx on and throw that dress on, and she'll look just as good as the next one.
Wow. Very, very, very beautiful. And what made you go with the see-through, with the lace? Is that to stay on trend, or?
Well, I like to, like I said, to bring out the sexy, deviant woman. So I wanted to go with that. You wouldn't really see that on the runway, or you'll probably see it on the runway, but you wouldn't really see it in stores. So I wanted to make that accessible. So
I can absolutely see like Rihanna and Beyonce wearing it.
And that's something you see, it's just like, where am I going to get that? Here it is. Well, hi, I'm Kelly Bernard from Unviet. Be bold, be fearless, be desired. You can catch me on Facebook and Instagram at Unviet. Thank you.
How are you doing today?
Doing good, thank you.
I'm excited to get to know more about you. I've seen you on Facebook, but that's the extent of what I've had a chance to find out about you and your line. So tell me a little bit more about yourself and your clothing line.
Okay, I'm Shaila Mimat, and I recently started the Shaiwa collections, which is mainly for Indian party and wedding wear. And I started like just 3 months back. And, this is my debut show with the OG, which I'm very excited about it.
Nice.
Yeah. I design my clothes and I get it done from India. I have my team in India, so I get it done from there.
Wow. The VOGE Fashion Runway show is your debut, like you just said.
Yeah.
So I'm imagining that you're just crazy nervous.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
how are you kind of pulling your thoughts together around what you're going to have on the runway?
I have experience in modeling. I was doing modeling earlier to this, and I also work as a project manager.
Okay.
I was doing modeling. So I do have some ideas and how it goes, how it works and stuff. So picking on my past experience, I'm trying to do my debut show. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. Hope everything goes good.
How easy was it for you to go from model to designer?
Well, the reason I tried to do the designing was the inspiration was basically from my friends, family, because they always used to like my style, how I dress up, and they used to ask for the opinions, and they used to take me for the shopping. Then I thought that why not I should start something on my own where I can,
Yeah.
do something myself. So that's how I started, and yeah, let's see how it takes me.
I think it'll take you very far.
Thank you.
Me being a shopper, I can only imagine you being a designer, and it's really cool how you have your team from India that's working on the clothing for you and coming to you. When you create your design and then you wait to see it,
Yeah.
how is that feeling when you finally get it?
Oh, that's awesome. I mean, that feeling is something really good, and I feel, when I see my model wearing my clothes, I feel like awesome she looks, and that's like kind of a very good satisfaction I would get.
Right.
Yeah.
Nice.
Then I kind of trying to give 2 or 3 looks for the same outfit, so that's something I'll come up with new, or maybe something like fusion. Like when I say fusion, it's like Indo-Western and different color combination for the same outfit, so that I can wear 2 or 3 times. Like the different, giving a different look for the same.
I like it. You should have pitched your clothing line to First Lady Michelle Obama. I'm sure she would have worn it when she went to India.
Maybe.
Now, I'm saying that because I've had a chance to see the piece that you're about to show our viewers. So why don't we go ahead and take a look at that?
Yeah.
I'm just in awe at looking at this piece. So why don't you explain it to us?
Yeah, so like I said earlier, this is like can be worn in 3 different styles. And the one which you're seeing here, Shreya, she's my professional model, and she's wearing the silk pant and with the like a gown kind, which has like fully embroidery. And this can be worn for Indian parties or weddings, bridal wear. And I've given 3 different looks in this. So the other one would be like the long skirt. Inside, instead of the pants, you can wear a nice skirt, which is like fully embroidery, and which gives a very rich look. And another look would be the same skirt and a blouse, a short blouse. So those are the 3 looks for the same outfit.
Now, I know more and more that cultures are being mixed, especially when it comes to fashion. So you might have someone who's not Indian very much interested in wanting to wear these pieces. So do you help with styling so that they understand?
Yes, yeah, I help them to understand how they can wear and stuff. And this is more like Indo-Western, so it's not like really authentic Indian wear. It's very lightweight. It's not like heavy where they can find it really difficult to carry them. So. Hi, my name is Shaila Mimat, and you can find me on Facebook page, which is Shywalk, and also my website is shywalk.com, and my number is 617-650-3224. If you need any more details, you can contact me. Thank you.